Sketching quadratic equation could be fun and annoying, depends on how you see it. So usually whenever you sketch a function, you need to have a few things. Number one, the intercept, both x and y. Number two is the shape. You need to know it is going concave up or concave down. Number three, if the root is the roots, if there are any. And also the vertex. So it really depends on how the equation looks like whenever you see those. So now we'll have different type of equation to show you how and why we're going to find those things and to sketch it. Let's get started. So number one, type 1. I'll write that. Type 1 will be something looks like this. Be careful with the sign. A is how much the curve has been stretched upwards, vertically stretched. And first thing I can see is the intercept. The x-intercept will be P and Q. Right there. And also, I will need to find the vertex. So we can cross out the intercept bit, x-intercept 1, and then we're going to have the vertex. Vertex is P plus Q divided by 2. Then you will find the x-coordinate of the vertex. Right. After you find that, you substitute it back to the equation to find y. Last but not least, we're going to think of the shape. The shape really depends on the A. If A is positive, then it's concave up. If A is negative, it's concave down. Just like A is the main character, the soul of the equation. So if it's positive, it will smile. If it's negative, it will be upset. So let's have an example for that. Y equals to 2x plus 3 and x minus 5. So what I can see is like it's a positive curve because 2 is a positive number. And then I have the roots. Negative 3 and positive 5. Now, the x-coordinate of the vertex, negative 3 plus 5 divided by 2 because it's the midpoint of the curve. So it's 2 divided by 2 equals to 1. When x is 1, y will be equal to 2 times 1 plus 3 times x 1 minus 5. So we have 2 times 4 times negative 4. So we have negative 16, negative 32. And then also y-intercept. Y-intercept will be when x equals to 0. So we have 2 times 3 times negative 5 again. So we have negative 15, negative 30. Ooh, not bad. Last but not least, oh, it's a positive. Oh, we got everything. So with all those information, we can have a curve like this. Root is negative 5. And at 1, somewhere here, this is 32. 1 is 30. This is y-intercept is 30, 32 is here, a bit downwards, 1 is here. So we just sketch the graph, nice and easy. Oh, by the way, make sure you use pencil to draw diagram. Alright, the other type of the equation is in a vertex form. So, or you can call it by completing square form. So that case, we have an equation like this. Y equals to ax minus h squared plus k. If you see an equation like this, vertex is hk. And then, again, positive or negative depends on A, if it's smile or not smile. And also, the roots, then you have to really solve it then. Roots will be 0 equals to ax minus h squared plus k. And y-intercept is x equals to 0. Alright, and also we will have an example for that. So I'm going to go for a new page. Y equals to 1 over 2 x minus 1 squared plus 1. So first thing, vertex is 1, 1. And then x-intercept, so 0 equals to 1 over 2 plus x minus 1 plus 1. Negative 1 equals to 1 over 2 x minus 1. Alright, so multiply the 2 over there. Negative 2 equals to x minus 1 squared. So this means that the curve will not have a root because it's a negative. Y-intercept, x equals to 0. So y equals to 1 over 2 negative 1 squared plus 1. So 1 over 2 plus 1 equals to 3 over 2. So now we have an equation like this. It doesn't cut it's a positive curve, vertex is 1, 1, and y-intercept is here. So it's like this. Make sure you label the diagram. Alright, so that's how we curve the equation. Well, it might be, sometimes it might not be giving you like this. You need to sketch your equation, change it to become the y completing square bit. There are tons of ways in the market to do it. I'm going to do it in a tricky way. So y equals to x squared minus 2x plus 3. What I will do, very tricky, is assume that it's equals to 0. So, and then you do your things what you always do. After you've done that, you just put the y back in. Therefore, y equals to x minus 1 squared plus 2. And your vertex will be 1, 2. No one forced you to keep the y. You can do whatever you like in the middle. Make sure you change it back. That would be fine. And so that is how we sketch the vertex.